Are we in an electricity emergency? According to our next guest, America's energy grid is in decline and it's about to get far worse. This is due to policies that reward unreliable electricity, prematurely shut down coal plants, criminalize nuclear, and force electric vehicle use. Well, he's sounding the alarm over the impact of the Biden administration's climate activism. And he's the founder and the CEO of the Center for Industrial Progress, Alex Epstein. Alex, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Before we get into the energy emergency, I'd like to get your reaction to the Climate Reparations Fund that the Biden administration agreed to last week in Sharm el-Sheikh, and this idea that we're now going to sort of pay for the damage that we have inflicted on the third world or developing countries.
Yeah, happy to comment on that. I think it's an incredible injustice in two ways. So one is it's an injustice toward the free world who's used fossil fuels. We've used fossil fuels, and if you look at, you can see behind me, you can see this book, Fossil Future, which tells the story of fossil fuels, past, present, and future. We have made the world a far better place to live using fossil fuels. If you look at life expectancy, even if you look at the death rate from climate-related disasters, life has been improving for everyone around the world, and our use of fossil fuels is a huge cause. So we haven't made the world worse for the rest of the world by using fossil fuels. We've made it better.
Yeah.
So this idea that we owe reparations is a total injustice. There are people living 10, 20 years longer because of us, safer from climate because of us. So there should be gratitude toward the free world, not this condemnation. And then the double injustice is that it actually harms the rest of the world, because what the rest of the world needs is they need freedom, and they use fossil fuels, because that's the most cost-effective form of energy. And so what we're doing is we're basically paying off a bunch of dictators with bribes to refrain from using the fossil fuels that billions of people need to be prosperous.
All right. Now, look, you've said our lives depend on what you say, ultra-reliable electricity. I'd have to agree. Yet we seem to be heading in the exact opposite direction. How bad could our energy emergency get, and how could it impact the lives of Americans?
Well, let's look at it already, because we're already on a downward trajectory. I live in California, so people have heard of the blackouts there. Well, it's a very nice place, just with bad policies. And you look at even Texas happening, but then what you also saw is this summer you had national warnings of shortages, and then even in winter you're having warnings of shortages. So what we're seeing is when you see shortages, that's the precursor to blackouts and to poverty. And so we're seeing this. And so you look at, we're already on a downward trajectory in terms of reliability. And what we're doing is we're shutting down more reliable power plants than we are building on the false premise that unreliable solar and wind can somehow replace those power plants. That's a false premise. But then if you look at what I've been pointing out at this website, energytalkingpoints.com, is if you look at the plans, it's really horrific, because particularly with the coal plants that could shut down, largely due to EPA policies, you're talking about 1/5 of our reliable power plants, around 200 gigawatts. And we already have too little reliability, and you're talking on the order of 1/8 of that, or maybe 1/4 of that, that's actually going to be built in the next 7 years. So we have this death sentence to our grid that is taking place in the next 7 years. And this administration is leading that because they're not recognizing the emergency. They're compounding it by saying to the EPA, hey, let's shut down even more coal plants. Let's try to get rid of almost all of them as soon as possible. And that is really scary.
Yeah, so we're increasing demand and we are reducing supply, and the supply that we're replacing it with is less reliable, and therefore we could very well see more rolling blackouts, a more unstable grid, even rationing. I mean, the type of stuff that you see in third world countries, they could all be in our future.
Definitely.
What do we need to do here? And let's forget about Washington, Alex, because you're going to have gridlock for the next 2 years. You still have a presidential, sort of a left-leaning or a leftist presidential administration. What can states be doing? What can people who are energy consumers be talking to their state legislators about doing now to secure and strengthen their grid?
Well, some of this stuff is federal in terms of you need to, because if you look at what the EPA is federal.
Right.
So there's no getting around that. But what Congress Republicans have a slight majority. What they can do, and I advocated this in a recent piece, which people can again see at energytalkingpoints.com, is the EPA needs a pause on all new regulations that affect power. Like, we're already heading in a terrible direction. They're planning 7 more that are going to make it far worse. So that is something that Republicans should stand up to. That is a hill worth dying on.
But on a state level, I mean, is it really about these attorneys general, suing the federal government? Is it about additional funds and state-based funding and legislation?
So what you can do more on a state level, and Texas is certainly an example of this because they're less controlled by the national grid, is you need to stop rewarding unreliable electricity. You need to start recognizing all the subsidies and mandates for unreliable electricity. And you in particular need to recognize that the grid commits a basic sin of paying the same for unreliable electricity as reliable electricity. And so you need to just tell state regulators. The state regulators do have some discretion here because they have these different utility commissioners and different boards. You need to tell them, stop punishing reliable electricity. You need to value reliability. These states have been engaging in these fantasies that solar and wind is somehow some significant fraction of the reliability of fossil fuels and nuclear, but they're not, because they can go to near zero at any given time. And the attribution of fantasy reliability to these unreliables is a huge problem. And so on the state level, you can tell your public utility commissioners and others, you can say, hey, look, we need to value reliability. Another thing they do is they have these stupid plans that say, hey, we're going to get our electricity from the grid. So instead of having power plants in their state that are reliable, they say, no, we'll get it from the grid. But everyone is planning on getting it from the grid and not producing reliable power. This is actually how we in California had the blackouts in 2020. We were relying on, quote, the grid.
And in another blue state like New York, they are going to run an extension cord from Canada to replace the electricity that they've cut off from New York City. I mean, it's and ban natural gas hookups. It's absolutely crazy. Alex, you're sounding the alarm, and we appreciate you being here and breaking that down for us. I know we're going to be talking more about it. Alex Epstein, the Center for Industrial Progress. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
No crooked establishment.
None of that twisting the truth. No talking down to me.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
I trust Newsmax.
Newsmax.
They don't tell me how to think.
They let me decide.
Newsmax.
Real news
for real people.